Hello everyone, welcome to your pick a card reading with Crystal from Timeless Energies Tarot. Today is a reading for your full moon energy for the October Hunter's Moon coming up on October 20th. So we have today Spirit Animal Oracle, Moonology, and the Light Seers Tarot. And with that we have stones, we have opalite, chrysocolla, and carnelian. So take a second, pick whichever pile or stone resonates with you, and we will get right into the readings. Hello, card pile number 1. You are here because you chose the opalite stone. And opalite is a really good stone for communication and clearing just whatever nervous or anxious or negative energy that's surrounding you. Is also good in business. It's a stone that attracts wealth, but it's also a stone that aids in transition, and I feel like that's what the message for this stone is. But we're going to go into the cards here, and I'm going to start with your Moonology. We have a time to give rather than take. Let me see what else is here. Spirit animals, honor spirit, you are never alone. I feel like you need to just give a little bit more of yourself in situations. I don't know, there's almost like a kind of a hermit energy coming off of this, which is maybe a little weird to say, but yeah, they're let's get into the tarot here. You've got judgment here, so this is kind of, judgment is sort of a card of spiritual awakening, but to me it's also a card of spirit getting you on the path that you need to be on. You also have 9 of Swords, so there's anxiety hanging around here. There's maybe a lot of worry. You also have the Tower, so something is changing in your life, which makes sense for the 9 of Swords. Nobody likes the Tower. Change is scary. Change is difficult too, right? Like, it's hard to adjust. It's hard to get out of your comfort zone, and especially when it comes to this Tower with the Judgment here, this feels like something that's completely out of your control. And it definitely feels like something you weren't expecting at all. You also have the Hanged Man. So to me, that says you're resisting this change as hard as you possibly can, which I don't think is helping you at all in this situation. I think it's actually hurting you a lot more. Ten of Cups. I feel like this is what's on the other side of whatever's going on with you right now. And if you just take a moment, like take a breath. I also think with the otter spirit here, you're never alone. It also says to me, like, there are people that you can go to if you need help, if you need someone to talk to. You have someone. 8 of Pentacles. This might be something involving your career. It definitely feels like kind of a life purpose sort of energy. And there's definitely Virgo energy here. 8 of Pentacles to me is like a Virgo energy. It's very attention to detail, kind of perfectionist-y. Something's going on here. What I want to clarify. Which deck? Which is okay. Let's see here. It definitely feels like you've been pulling away from something. And I think that's where the time to give rather than to take. And one of the other meanings of this card too is it's kind of a time to get your life sort of in order, especially if you felt like you haven't really been on track lately. But I feel like the universe is pulling you on track. Like, you have no choice in the matter. You're coming, and like you're trying to resist it, but I don't think it's working very well for you. You're probably not sleeping well. There's a lot of worry going on here. And just the fact that 3 of these cards are majors, it's just, I think this is something, Page of Cups, King of Cups, you're having a lot of emotional issues with this, but I think if you were to stop resisting and let things move the way they need to move, would be a lot easier on you. It wouldn't hurt quite as bad as it would. I think this would be something you'd find you actually really enjoy. Um, yeah, and it's interesting because like full moons are kind of about completion. So I feel like what this is saying is like it's time to get on the new path. But I think for you, whatever that new path is, it's kind of scary. I don't know if it's a new job, new relationship, moving, although I don't really see any cards of moving here. You also have temperance. And temperance to me, in this regard, is about, it's kind of alchemy, right? It's the blending of two things to make something completely new, but very good. So I feel like you're trying to integrate something into your life, or something is trying to integrate into your life. I really don't see that there's much you can do here to resist. Okay, Lovers fell out. Ten of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. This might have something to do with your home life as well. Maybe it's trying to integrate a new job. Maybe it doesn't feel like things are falling apart necessarily. I know a lot of people say, but the Tower's here and the Nine of Swords is here. Well, Nine of Swords is kind of like in your head. It's your own worries and anxieties. And the Tower isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just an abrupt change, an unexpected change. Change doesn't have to be bad. Change can actually be quite good. And I'm not getting bad cards coming up with this. I mean, Ten of Cups, Ten of Cups. Temperance, I find to be a good, calming, peaceful card. A little bit of patience required, but yeah. And maybe that's the other thing with this. Maybe the reason it's so difficult is because you don't want the patience. You want it just to be over with, just get it done and over with. I just want to move on with my life. High Priestess, the Devil, well, Shadow side. I don't think you're listening to your intuition with whatever's going on here. And I think you ought to. Like, I think maybe a little bit of meditation wouldn't go astray in this, just to like center yourself, calm yourself. The Magician, this feels like something that's been manifested by you, something you've brought into creation. And the universe is giving it to you. But now that you've got it, you're just like, oh shit, back up a second. I'm not ready. Too bad. I hate to say it, but too bad. The universe gives us things when the universe feels we're ready. We may not feel ready, but we've been deemed ready, and it definitely feels like there's a lot of resistance here, whatever it is. I do think, ooh, that's a lot to unpack. Three of Pentacles. There is a reminder here to, especially with the Otter card and everything, you have a community around you. If this is a little difficult for you, if you need someone to talk to, reach out. Sorry for bumping the camera. I think, yeah, Eight of Wands. Communicate, reach out to someone, anyone. There's a lot of people showing up in here. You had Ten of Cups, King of Cups, Page of Cups. The Lovers, there's got to be someone in your circle that could help you talk this out. Four of Swords. Figure out what it is you need. I think what the Four of Swords is saying is like you need to let out the anxiety and the worry of the Nine of Swords. You need to talk about this with someone, whether it be friend, family member, significant other, therapist, whoever you can talk to, whoever you would like to talk to. I think you need someone to help you work through this. Goodness. King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. And it's interesting here. We got the Lovers King of Cups, Queen of Cups. If this is the transition, um, for some of you, maybe a proposal has come your way. Maybe it's like a deepening of a relationship here. Because yeah, King of Cups, Queen of Cups is the couple, right? And then you've got King of Pentacles here. Like, maybe this is the type of person you need to talk to, someone grounded, a little rational, who can see things, I don't know, in a practical way. Maybe give you just a level-headed, how do I want to put that? View of what's going on. And you've also got Five of Wands, the Moon. I think you're afraid of the change, honestly, if that weren't clear. Because, I mean, Hangman was in there as well. There's resistance. There's the devil, the shadow side. Ignoring your high priestess, your intuition. And the moon is showing me, like, illusions. Like, you're afraid of what's in the dark here, what might be coming out to you, what you don't see. But the moon is also another indication of trust your gut, trust your intuition. Don't let whatever nasty thoughts are in your head take over. It's not worth the heartache, really. Because again, Hangman. The other thing about the Hangman, and you've got this twice, it's in here as well. You need a new perspective on this, and I think this is why you need to remember that you have people around you to help you. So there's resistance to change here. So I would say if you do have an opalite stone, maybe carry it with you, put it on your bedside table, something. It does help aid in transition, which I think is desperately needed here. Yeah, I mean, there's good coming under the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There's Four of Wands, not to mention you've got the Ten of Cups. I mean, it might be a little bit of work needs to be put into this to actually get to the Ten of Cups, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everything is going to be awful, everything's going to be horrible. There needs to just be an acceptance of what's coming in. You need to stop fighting whatever this is, because it feels like one way or another it's going to happen, and it feels like the message I'm getting here is the universe is saying we can either do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. But either way, it's happening. So I would suggest the easy way. It seems like the least harmful to you. Just clearing your head, clearing out all of this worry and the stress, just accepting what's coming. It's going to help. I know it's difficult, but yeah. That's what the universe is telling you, my way or the highway. Sorry. But that's what I have for you, card pile number 1. I hope this resonated. If it did, please drop a like down below. That helps me know I've tapped into your energy, which is really important to me as a tarot reader. If you would like to see new videos, I do post new ones every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every week. So if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button down below. If you'd also like to be notified of those, hit the bell. And I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Hello, card pile number 2. You're here because you've chosen the chrysocolla stone. So I'm just going to give you a quick look here. And this is a good stone for tranquility, peace, intuition, patience, acceptance. It's also good for just easing some stress and bringing in a little bit of unconditional love. But I think the thing I'm getting most here is the tranquility aspect. Maybe a little bit of meditation in here as well. And I really like this piece. This was a gift from a good friend. So yeah, let's get right into your cards here. So I'm going to start with your Moonology, and it says, expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Now, I'm not usually guided to read from the book on this one, but it feels like there's a good message in here for this. So one of the meanings for this card is it's kind of a yes card, but it's also being pushed towards your life purpose. So whatever happens now is for your highest good, and this is a big turning point for you. So I'm just going to read the teaching here for you. It says, new moon eclipses are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of pace. It's as though you're headed in one direction, probably being guided by your ego, and then here comes the divine, the goddess or spirit, to turn you instead to face the direction you actually need to go. So, regardless of whether or not there's a new moon eclipse happening when you pull this card, it's a powerful affirmation of positive turnarounds. Now, in addition to this, there is a new moon eclipse coming December 4th of this year. It's going to be a new moon in Taurus, I believe. Let me just double check that real quick. No, sorry. New moon in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is like the adventure sign, right? The blunt, move forward, let's go kind of sign. I think what this is giving here, though, is that the energy of this transition starts at this October full moon. So I'm just going to get your spirit animal here. It says, Scarab Beetle Spirit, magic works through you. So a lot of this is going to come through. I feel like as if magic. As if you don't really know where it's coming from. Maybe a bit like miracle, I guess. Let's get into the tarot here. I really like this. Six of Cups. And now this to me says that you might be tempted to stick around in the past a little bit. You might be feeling quite nostalgic. You might be looking to the way things were. You might be resisting this change a little bit, which makes sense because, like the book said, you might be going one direction, but Spirit is just going to like whip you around to the way you need to go. So this might be a little bit difficult, but you've got the sun here. So the end result is just beautiful. And like if you have any questions of whether this is going to work out, not only did the book say that this is a yes card, the sun is like the ultimate yes card in the tarot. It's your joy, your bliss, your happiness, joy, success. It's beautiful. So this feels really good. Even if change is scary, I mean, this is going to be good. King of Wands, this might be a new business opportunity. It might also just kind of be going on an adventure. King of Wands to me is also a bit of a Sagittarian energy. He's kind of a guy that makes a plan and he just jumps right in, right? Like he does have a plan. He's a king. He knows to like work through experience, but there's the adventurous fire energy pushing him forward. We also have here King of Cups. Now I do want to say these might be people coming on the journey with you. It does not have to be male or female. It's just gender. It's not gender specific. So however it resonates to you, possibly they embody these qualities of these cards. King of Cups is kind of, he's a man not only with experience but emotional experience. Someone you could lean on emotionally if you need to. There's a lot of patience here, which is really nice. You also have the Hermit. I think this is again the energy I was feeling of you might be tempted to withdraw and resist this change a little bit. Eight of Swords. Yeah. There it is. That's you holding yourself back. We don't want that. This is great. This is wonderful. This is beautiful. Please don't hold yourself back. I want a little more on this. Specifically, I kind of want a little more on these kings, first of all. I like the energy, for sure. But, okay. You've got the sun again. Can you believe that? This is awesome. Whatever this is something that is for your highest good. Absolutely. I love it. I do also wonder, just the way this is kind of set up here, like you've got the king, the six of cups, the sun. King of Wands might be someone from your past that's helping you move forward. And I do wonder a little bit if the King of Cups might be encouraging you to take a step back and evaluate exactly what's going on. And this might encourage you to question things, question possibly even your self-worth. Like, do I deserve this? Is this actually what's good for me? If you do this, you get 5 of materials, 5 of pentacles. It's kind of locking yourself out of your own success a little bit. She's just laying there on the floor. This person is just laying there when all they really have to do is get up and walk out the door where it's brightly lit. It's nice, it's beautiful. So, Queen of Emotions. That's the Queen and the King. This might be your partner. Which is fine. It's fair. It's definitely never a bad idea to evaluate what's going on in your life and make sure things are happening that are good. I want to say don't get too caught up in it though. 9 of Cups at the bottom here. This is your wish being fulfilled. This is something really wonderful. You've also got the 2 of Voices, which is the 2 of Swords here. It might feel like a difficult choice. For some of you, it might even be choosing between 2 people. But I would almost say that because we've got the Queen of Emotions, the Queen of Cups here, it might be the King of Cups that you actually lean towards and choose. But that's for some of you, not all of you. You definitely feel like you are at a crossroads and you just don't know which direction you're going, which is completely understandable because this has been something that's been thrust upon you, right? A powerful change is here, like it's coming. This is, I want to say this is your warning, even because it says expect it. You've got 2 of Emotions, 2 of Cups. I think this is something that really speaks to your soul, even if this isn't like a love relationship. For some of you, it definitely is with the King and Queen of Cups here. Like, this is your person, but for some of you, this is an opportunity that I almost want to say is tied to your soul. This is what you've been wanting for a very long time. And I do feel like now that it's coming, now that you're getting it, you're questioning it, just because it's different, just because it's changed. But the world is here, the world cosmos. It's a cycle ending, and it's bringing you into something new. So with the world here and this being a full moon reading, with a new moon eclipse coming in December, it feels like this full moon is the beginning of the end of a cycle, and I feel like the shift and the change is going to start in December, right around that new moon eclipse. Center of Inspiration is 7 of Wands. You're going to be a little guarded here. You're going to be definitely on, I almost want to say on edge. I'm also kind of getting maybe a little bit fiery, a little bit jumpy, a little bit. I'm feeling mood swings with this card, which is really weird because this is normally a part of doing what's best for you and protecting yourself and everything. But I think it's just a very emotional response to your life changing, which is fair. I totally get it. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this is kind of my read in a way because this feels like something I'm currently going through. But I know there are some of you on this journey with me too. 8 of Emotions, 8 of Cups. There will be a leaving behind of something. And I also want to point out here the way this looks. Look at the similarities here. New moon eclipse. I don't normally trust a lot of timing in tarot, but if this is your reading, if this is resonating with you, and you do find that change happens in December, please come back and let me know. I love stuff like this. And yeah, there's 8 of Cups isn't necessarily a bad card either. It's leaving behind things that no longer serve you, and it's moving towards the Sun, which you've got twice here. Bottom of the deck is also the Hermit. Again, there are going to be some life lessons learned here. There is going to be a lot of introspection because you've got it here twice. I also kind of feel like some of you at some point are going to feel quite alone. You're not alone. There are people showing up here just to, um, yeah, the Hermit, the Hierophant, the Fool. This is like a lifelong commitment. Whatever it is, if it's a job or if it's a move, it's a new relationship, getting engaged, getting married, it's something, but it's new and it's an adventure. And it's coming. I'm getting an energy of whether you like it or not. I want a couple more. I'm really liking this reading. Three of Materials, yeah, you're not alone. Three of Pentacles, there are people, there is a team surrounding you that you can go to lean on. Six of Materials, Six of Pentacles, also sometimes it's abundance, kind of a gift from the universe. This is bringing in abundance for you, which is really good because I've got Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck again. Like, this is your wish being fulfilled. This is beautiful. And I almost want to keep going and exploring this. But I think at this point, it's just going to keep going in circles. You've got a shift coming, and it might completely throw you on your back. It's going to be, I feel like, the direction you weren't necessarily placing yourself on, but something you always wished for, something you always kind of hoped for and maybe manifested in some way, I'm getting. Yeah, and I think it might throw you off that it's actually happening, okay? But it is happening, for sure. Things are moving, things are going, and you got the sun twice. How much better can your reading get, right? It's excuse the language, but it's fucking awesome, and I love this for you. I just want to soak up this energy. It feels so good. But that's what I have for you. Card pile number 2. If this resonated, please drop a like down below. It lets me know that I've tapped into your energies, which is really important for me as a tarot reader. If this does kind of shift around December, please come back and let me know. I definitely want to know. I want to hear all the success stories. I think they're beautiful. But if you want to see new videos, I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every week. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of those new videos. And I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Hello, card pile number 3. You're here because you've chosen the carnelian stone. I'll give you a quick look here. It's a nice, wonderful orange stone. It's good for increasing self-confidence, promoting positive life choices, stimulates creativity. It's a stone that's good for attracting abundance, but it's also really good for helping you move forward in pursuing your goals. So we're just going to get right into the cards here. And I'm going to start with the Moonology. You've got your dreams need a practical plan. I think that definitely ties in a little bit there. Taurus is a little bit of a stubborn energy, very stubborn. So they don't always like to be told what to do, but they're also very grounded and typically practical, which is a pretty good energy to be in. I do also want to point out that even though this full moon is not in Taurus, it is in Aries. Come November 19th, there is a full moon in Taurus, so this might be an energy that actually extends into, like, well into the next full moon. But you'll have to let me know for sure. Let's get in. Your spirit animal is the owl spirit. You see clearly now. So I think you recognize already that there needs to be a bit of a plan here, and you're trying to pull it into focus, I want to say. Let's get into the tarot here and get a little more in this. Five of Pentacles. I feel like maybe things are feeling a little difficult now. Maybe I'm getting a little bit of money trouble in here. I think maybe you're thinking about starting possibly your own business or some kind of side hustle or something, but things are feeling a little lean right now and you're not liking it. But it's recognizing that you need a plan, right? So what else do we have here? Eight of Wands. I think you're trying to move quickly with it too. You're probably talking to people, asking for ideas, asking for a little bit of help. There's a fair bit of communication I'm feeling here, but you've definitely put it in, or you're going to be putting it into the works pretty quick when you figure out exactly what it is you want to do. And we also have death here, death, rebirth, and that's one thing I really like about the Light Series Tarot is it reminds us that death isn't necessarily the end; it's a transition. There's more to come after it. So something is ending here, whether it be whatever issues are going on with the Five of Pentacles. Maybe it's a destructive cycle. Maybe it's just a bad job. Maybe it's no job. You're putting an end to that. You're getting a new job. Four of Wands, there's a lot of celebration that's going to be happening here. These two people, they're very happy to be where they are with who they're with. So Four of Wands is also sometimes known as the 1111 card. So this might be something that you've been wishing for, hoping for a little while. The Moon, this feels a little bit like don't rush in too quickly. There's a little bit that's still hidden here. You need a little bit more information, but you're following your gut on that, which is really good. It's always, especially when it's new stuff, following your intuition. I think this is going to put you in a much better position than what you're in now. Queen of Pentacles is a very wonderful energy. She is the practical plan. She is nurturing, kind, generous. She's also quite abundant too, right? So that's, I think, a very good energy to end on. It feels like whatever is ending rebirths into something wonderful. I want more. Which deck? This one. Okay. I'm just going to shuffle it really well because I did use it to clarify card pile number 2 as well. I don't want to end up getting on a pile that's all the exact same card. Even if the message is the same, I think I would trust it a little more. You would probably trust it a little more as well, knowing that these were shuffled quite well. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Five of materials. This and the way it's fallen is it's going reversed. You see it? It's definitely coming out of the Five of Pentacles and bringing in whatever your abundance is. So I like that that's come out in reverse for sure. Ten of Cups, Ten of Emotions. This is it. This is fortune after difficulty. This is your bliss. This is your emotional fulfillment. This is your happiness. This is your joy. Which is really wonderful here. Ooh, we're not taking all those. It's a bit of a slippery deck. What I am taking here is the Seven of Cups. I think you're going to have a lot more. It feels, this is usually something a little more along the lines of kind of your dreams, sometimes illusion, but this feels more like paths to take, and it feels like they're going to be opening up for you after you've kind of enacted whatever it is you need to enact, whatever plan you've made, and that you get started on. Ace of Emotions. I don't think you're going to be coming at this from an emotional standpoint too much. I do think you're just going to be trusting your rational mind, the rationality of it all, whatever logic there is. Because I think you want to make sure that you're moving into something that's practical. Especially with the end result being the Queen of Pentacles and the fact that new moon or full moon in Taurus is here. And it's telling you that your dreams need a practical plan. So I think that's where you're heading. Less of an emotional response and more of a logical, rational response, which there's nothing wrong with. You're still going to end up getting a lot of emotional fulfillment out of this. And sometimes it's a lot better for us if we don't make every decision from an emotional standpoint, because emotions aren't always necessarily love in happiness either. Sometimes we make rash decisions out of anger, right? And that's never a good idea. Six of emotions. There's definitely a lot of past energy coming up in a lot of these. I think it's come up in every one of these piles, which is very interesting to me. A little more. Ooh, that one flew. Did you see it? 10 of voices. There might be some people who don't necessarily like the way that you're moving on and the way that you're going. What I would say to you there is it's not up to them. There might be a lot of people, also from your past, who kind of feel a bit betrayed and maybe overreact, I want to say. I think there might be some painful endings as you move forward in your life, especially in this plan, whatever it is. If you have to cut certain things out, certain people, yeah, it's going to hurt a little bit. I think that's also where the Ace of Emotions, Ace of Cups is coming from. But ultimately, Two of Cups, this is whatever speaks to your soul. This is your match in whatever it is, if it be a job or a person or whatever. It definitely feels more in the physical world, though. Maybe less in relationships and more in financials, I'm feeling, for some of you. You've also got Five of Inspiration, Five of Wands, and it's in the reverse. So I think maybe once people start to see that you're becoming happier, you're doing whatever makes you happy, they're going to be a little less resistant and a little less argumentative with what you're doing. Okay. Again, that's a little too many. But we're looking here at Knight of Inspiration in the reverse. Eight of Inspiration. Yeah. There's going to be some resistance, I feel, to some of the people in your life. And I want to also say, like, once you have a plan, I don't think you're going to be rushing in with it. I mean, you might want it to move quickly, but you want to make sure things get done right, right? Like, that's what we all want. So I do think you are going to move forward in this as well in a practical manner. So this is an interesting reading. It's very interesting. It's also interesting here because like inspiration is wands. You've got Eight of Wands here twice. So there is forward movement. The funny thing to me though is like the way these two came out together. Knight of Wands is usually someone who rushes in, and Eight of Wands is also things happening a lot more quickly than you might expect. So I think even though you're not rushing into this, it's still going to happen faster than you're expecting, which is not a bad thing. Again, this is a really interesting reading. I feel like you're going to be putting a lot of care into whatever it is you're doing and whatever plan it is that you have, because you want to make sure it succeeds, right? Seven of Voices, Seven of Wands. You're making sure you have all the information that you do have, but I also think that no matter how much you look, there are still going to be things that are unknown. The other message I'm getting here is don't step on other people to get what you want, especially when it comes to money. This feels like a little bit of dishonesty here. But I do like the fact that there are foxes here. Like some people think that they're maybe not necessarily a good animal to have, but I like them. I think they're very smart creatures. They're very crafty. They're maybe a little bit sneaky, but I don't normally normally see a fox go into something. Like they'll tread a little carefully, but the minute it looks dangerous, they're out. And that's kind of the energy I'm getting for you here. That you want to make sure that this is in your best interest. Yeah. Queen of Materials, Queen of Pentacles, you got this twice. I think whatever this is that you're doing, it is going to be successful. It is going to happen a little bit quicker than you expect. It is going to bring you whatever abundance it is that you're looking for. Yeah, and I think you're moving about this at the right pace. I don't see you letting a lot of people interfere, I want to say, with your plan either. Like this, you're kind of in the headspace of, no, this is what I need to do, and I know it. Like, and again, it's a very stubborn Tauran energy. No, this is it. This is what I'm doing. I know it's gonna work. And I think it will. Like it again, it ends with the Queen of Pentacles twice. It lasts your card twice. That is your end. That is your abundance. That is your end goal, I think. And it might take some time. Maybe not as long as you're thinking, but it will take a little bit of time. Yeah, that's what I have for you. Card pile number 3. If this resonated, and I hope it did, please drop a like down below. That lets me know that I've picked up on your energies, which is important for me as a tarot reader. If you would like to see more, I do upload videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays every week. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of those new videos. And I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.